Hey guys, welcome back to Sinister Sagas. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. Sit back and listen to the scary, creepy stories. Story 1. ST.Petersburg Horror Danielle Harkins. Saint Petersburg Danielle Harkins told the kids they needed to rid their bodies of demons as the group gathered before dusk Saturday around a small fire near the St. Petersburg Pier. They should cut their skin to let the evil spirits out, police said she told the children. Then they needed to burn the wounds to ensure that those spirits would not return. Some kids got cut, police said. Some kids got burned. Harkins got arrested. Harkins, 35, a literacy teacher at Leoman and Asian Neighborhood Family Center, was booked in jail Tuesday morning on child abuse charges in connection with the bizarre ritual. She was held in jail Tuesday night on $55,000 bail. Police said the ritual was attended by 7 teenagers, all of Asian ethnic background, whom Harkins had taught a few years ago in her job at the center. At least 2 were injured, police said. Obviously, it's very strange, said Saint. Petersburg police spokesman Mike Puetz. The motivations for the ritual are very unknown to us. None of the teens told their parents about the incident. Police investigated after one of the teens, a 16-year-old boy, sent a text message about the incident to a friend. The friend told the boy's parents, who notified police. In interviews with detectives, the teens were reluctant to talk about the ritual beyond the basic facts of what happened. They did reveal a few things. When Harkins held the lighter to one teen's hand, wind blew the flame out, police said. That prompted her to douse his hand in perfume before setting it on fire. The boy suffered second-degree burns, police said. Another teen was cut on the neck with a broken bottle, police said. Harkins used the flame to heat a small key, which she then used to cauterize the wound. Stephen Chantalima, 17, one of the teens who attended the gathering, declined Tuesday evening to discuss what happened. I'm okay, he said. I'm fine. All I know is she's in custody. Harkins was suspended without pay from her job at the family center, where she has worked for about 4.5 years, said Carolyn Chance, the center's administrator. We had no suspicion of any of this, Chance said. We do everything we can to know our employees. None of the teens was currently taking part in any of the center's programs, Chance said. As a literacy specialist, Harkins taught reading and writing skills to the center's clients. Though the motives behind the ritual remain unclear, court records and those who know Harkins offer a few clues. Harkins recently divorced her husband, George. They had 2 children, a 4-year-old daughter and a 3-year-old son. Records show that Harkins was the defendant in a sexual violence injunction that was dismissed in January. In August, she filed the domestic violence injunction against her husband, which was also dismissed. The divorce was finalized June 1st. About a month before, Harkins began acting strangely. Lisa Cope, Harkins' next-door neighbor for the past 4 years, said the last time she saw her, Harkins had taken an interest in extreme religious beliefs. She was my friend, Cope said. She cried on my shoulder when she and her husband were getting a divorce. Cope didn't know what to make of her neighbor's newfound religious interest. She told me I was okay, Cope said. She said I didn't have any demons. In the past few days, Harkins disappeared. Cope picked up her mail. She phoned George Harkins and learned that the couple's children were fine. On Tuesday, she saw the story on the news. I don't know where she got the whole demon idea, she said. Who knows what makes people think those things? Story 2. How did woman's body come to be in LA? Hotel water tank. 2 days after the grisly discovery, the case of the Los Angeles hotel water tank corpse is a mystery with many unanswered questions. The decomposing body of Elisa Lam floated inside a water tank on the roof of the Cecil Hotel while guests brushed their teeth, bathed and drank with water from it for as long as 19 days. A maintenance worker checking on complaints about the hotel's water found the 21-year-old Canadian tourist inside one of 4 water cisterns Tuesday morning, Los Angeles Police SGT. Rudy Lopez said. How and where did Elisa Lam die? ruined the Los Angeles robbery homicide. Detectives are treating this as a suspicious death for obvious reasons, Lopez said. Falling into a covered water tank behind a locked door on top of a roof would be an unusual accident. An autopsy was completed, but the cause of death is deferred pending further examination, Assistant Chief Coroner Ed Winter said Thursday. That may take 6 to 8 weeks. It will be several weeks before investigators have the toxicology lab report, which would show whether Lam had any drugs in her system. Any marks, injuries, or wounds may suggest Lam died elsewhere and was dumped into the tank by her killer. Water in Lam's lungs could be a sign that she drowned, but it might not tell why she was inside the small tank. One clue comes from security camera video of Lam inside a hotel elevator the last day she was seen. She is seen walking into the elevator, pushing the buttons for 4 floors, and then peering out of the open elevator door, as if she is hiding or looking for someone. Clad in a red hoodie, Lam at one point walks out of the elevator before returning to it, pushing the buttons again. She then stands outside the open elevator doorway, motioning with her hands before apparently walking away. Lam checked into the Cecil Hotel 5 days earlier, January 26th, on her way to Santa Cruz, California, according to police in her hometown of Vancouver, British Columbia. Why did it take so long to find Lam? Lam's parents reported the University of British Columbia student missing in early February. Her daily calls home stopped on January 31st, police told reporters on February 6th at a Los Angeles news conference. Because it was an international case and her parents and sister flew to California to find answers, the case may have gotten more attention than most of the several thousand missing person reports made in Los Angeles each year. A search of the hotel then found no sign of Lam, including a trip to the roof with a police search dog, Lopez said. Strange things began happening with the hotel's water supply later in the month, according to Sabina and Michael Ball, a British couple who spent 8 days there until checking out Wednesday. The water pressure dropped to a trickle at times. The shower was awful, Sabina Ball said. When you turned the tap on, the water was coming black first for 2 seconds and then it was going back to normal. The tap water tasted horrible, Bob said. It had a very funny, sweety, disgusting taste. It's a very strange taste, I can barely describe it. But for a week they never complained. We never thought anything of it, she said. We thought it was just the way it was here. Knowing now what they didn't know then about the water is sickening, Michael Ball said. It makes you feel literally physically sick, but more than that you feel it psychologically. You think about it and it's not good. Eventually, the hotel maintenance department investigated the water problem, sending a worker to look into the tank, police said. He saw Lam's lifeless body at the bottom. A hard-working family. Randy Schmidt, a spokesman for the University of British Columbia, said Lam was registered in a class in August but was not registered in any classes this year, according to records. Unfortunately, we do not have much more to say, other than to extend our deepest sympathies to the family, said Schmidt. According to Los Angeles police, Lam tended to use public transportation. Take Steins, manager of a hostel in Toronto, Canada, said Lam stayed a week there in early December. Steins called the young woman friendly and outgoing. Flowers and signs were left Thursday outside the temporarily closed Lam family restaurant in Burnaby, British Columbia. Tanya Groman, who works nearby, said she was saddened by the loss and the fact the family did not know what happened to the young woman. They are a hard-working family. They immigrated here, she told CNN affiliate CTV. They've been in the neighborhood for 9 years working. They're honest people. Why did hotels stay open after discovery? New guests continued to check into the Cecil in the hours after firefighters removed Lam's body from the water tank, but each guest was asked to sign a waiver releasing the hotel from liability if they become ill. You do so at your own risk and peril, the hotel's release said. Guests who already paid for their rooms would not get refunds if they move out, it said. CNN's repeated calls to the hotel for comment were on return Wednesday and Thursday. The Los Angeles Public Health Department immediately tested the water supply, but told the manager they could stay open as long as they provided bottled water and warned guests not to drink the tap water. The results of the testing showed no harmful bacteria in the tank or the pipes, according to Angelo Bellomo, Director of Environmental Health for the department. Chlorine in the city's water may be the reason it is safe, he said. All of the tanks and pipes in the building still must be drained, flushed and sanitized, Bellomo said. The water will be retested after that process, which should take several days, he said. Several guests interviewed by CNN on Wednesday indicated the hotel management did not tell them about the body in the water supply they had been drinking and bathing in. Quang Nguyen learned about it from a CNN reporter Wednesday morning. He decided not to sign the waiver and instead find a new hotel. Many of its guests are tourists from other countries, drawn by the hotel's billing as a European-style hotel that is the perfect accommodation for spendthrifty travelers. But if they take Kim Cooper's tour bus ride through the neighborhood, they would hear about the Cecil being the former temporary home to at least 2 convicted murderers, including Night Stalker serial killer Richard Ramirez. Ramirez paid $14 a day to stay on the 14th floor during his 1980s killing spree, Cooper said. The Cecil Hotel is in the heart of the action, allowing our guests to embrace the city and the surrounding areas that make Los Angeles famous according to the description you'll hear when you call there, and are placed on hold. In fact, the hotel is just a few blocks away from the infamous Skid Row district in downtown Los Angeles, but 16 miles from the beaches of Santa Monica, 8 miles from Hollywood's Walk of Fame, and 12 miles from glamorous streets of Beverly Hills that are prominently featured on the Cecil's website. If you want a reservation at the Cecil, you will have to wait until next month. The website said the hotel is sold out until March 1st. After then, you can book a room for $65. Thank you for watching. Stay haunted and leave a comment which story was best.